There's a lot of blokes out there suffering with a little bit of loneliness and probably being lost. They've stopped work, they've lost a partner, or they've lost their way because society is probably becoming a little bit hostile to them. The newer generation coming through maybe will see things a little bit differently, but the generation, my generation, and the ones a little bit older than me, they have different expectations and they have different views on things, but they all exist and they all have a right to not be vilified for being who they are. There's still a lot of men out there that feel that they are the providers or should have been the providers, and they're quite lost. It was pointed out to me that men only make up 49% of the population. If you've got 49% of the population that's not functioning mentally properly or happily or calmly, then society has to be the loser. But they find a little respite, if you like, by going to the shed where there's no demands on them. They can do as much as they like or as little as they like on whatever they like, and no one really judges them. Blokes feel things. They don't necessarily show them, but they feel them and they hold it close to their heart. You build a rapport with someone when you're sort of close to them, working on something together. And at the end of the day, you can feel that they're going home a little bit happier with their lot, almost like a meditation, if you like. Men communicate differently, and we don't sit down generally and have the big heart-to-heart. You build if you like, a silent respect for your mates. It can happen just with a look, or a nod, or a pat on the back, or just stick with them for a little while, and they know, they feel it, and they know they've got someone with them, they've got someone who's got their back. I recognised that I was becoming a little bit of a hermit, and I realised that I was becoming less and less sociable. I sort of morphed into retirement and got involved in the shed. I decided I wanted to find out more about it, and so I visited a few sheds, and I can feel it. It's one of the most powerful things that I've ever been involved in.
The Shed is an absolutely wonderful organisation because it starts off by just socialising you. That is getting to talk to people, and then you get to do things. And one of the things you need in older years, particularly when you're retired, you need some creative pursuits, building something, helping people do things, sitting around and talking with people, and that's a real positive in getting quality out of life. And the other thing about this shed is, I mean, it's so cheap. You pay your $50 a year. That's $1 a week you're paying for it. Often a bit extra if you're making things to cover the cost of materials. But there's nothing I can think of that produces such a benefit for such a low cost and has this really good outcome.
Finishing Strong is an educational program along with increasing skill sets of men, especially men that are involved in the men's shed, around how to look after themselves more when their health's deteriorating, whether it be physical health or mental health. As we get older, you know, we look forward to retiring and doing all the things that we like doing, whether it's golf, spending time with our grandkids, and just getting out and visiting different places. But then all of a sudden, we might get into that position where we have an accident at home and we're sitting at home for 3 or 4 months with a broken leg or anything like that, and that's when we can see our health continuum decline, and then all of a sudden we're impacted by things like depression and anxiety. The average male over 65 years of age only ever has one true mate. So, just being able to have those conversations around isolation, being lonely, and helping them do things that they may not have had to do for themselves before. For men, there's a couple of really key parts. One is good sleep. You know, we've got to be getting our REM sleep, especially between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. That's really important. Eating well is also a huge part of how we think about fueling our body. And then making sure that we actually have social interaction. Well, I think we've got to keep more of an eye on our loved ones, especially older men. The ability to be able to spot the signs and symptoms of depression and anxiety and suicide, and then getting them people to professional help is a key skill set for the men's sheds to be able to build on a fantastic program.
It's Men's Health Week, and we, the Tasmanian Men's Shed Association, are committed to improving the health and well-being of Tassie men, because healthy men means healthy communities. And one of the best things you can do for your health right now, Tassie blokes, is to drop into your local men's shed, have a chat, make a mate, or make something if you like. But most of all, just get to your men's shed and enjoy some time with the blokes. You'll feel a whole lot better. The Tasmanian Men's Shed Movement, supporting Tasmanian men.